It's the Sittin Sportside podcast.
Can't wait.
With Mike James.
Come on, man.
And Eric Hanman.
I have dedicated my life to this team, okay?
On 1045theteam.com. So excited, I just can't hide it. Woo! Welcome in, folks. It's the Sittin Sportside podcast.
That was the wrong song there, Mike.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Well, you have a great reason to be excited because we are bringing to you some Hall of Fame classic interviews from over the weekend.
Say what?
Some pretty darn good interviews to get to that we can discuss, you and I. And I guess the first one that we want to get to is the first one that actually we got. And just off the bat, you know, some of these players actually hadn't been retired for that long. And this was one of them, right?
Yeah, I kind of felt stupid because it felt like he was still pitching, kind of, but, you know.
He ended up starting the game. He actually pitched pretty well and pretty decent. But here's our interview with Aaron Harang.
1045 The Team, Albany, New York, here with Aaron Harang. Was it last year you just retired, hung it up?
Did you hang it up yet?
I haven't filed the papers yet, but you know it's I decided not to play last year. Had an offer to go play and just packing my stuff up and just realized I was sick of leaving again. So
What's one of your biggest career highlights that you love to talk about the most?
Gosh, probably the 5 opening days in Cincinnati, and then and a couple of the other teams I got to pitch opening days. And when I went to San Diego, I pitched the home opening day there. Pitched the home opening day in Atlanta a couple years ago. So it's kind of a treat to get to get to pitch all those home opening days. So.
Yeah, late in your career, you actually had some pretty good success. Were you, I don't want to say surprised, but were you satisfied with how great you were late in your career too, as well?
Yeah, you know, I think the biggest thing with that was I started pitching smarter. You know, I started looking to see who was coming up in the lineup, you know, in the next couple batters, and I'd pitch around guys and purposely walk guys to get to another guy, and you know, I just was doing a lot of things instead of, you know, still challenging guys, but being smarter about it, not try not to make as many mistakes. So,
I mean, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, nice meeting you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
So yeah, that was Aaron Harang, and he most recently pitched, I believe, for Atlanta Braves. And you heard there, Mike, he actually got an offer, it sounded like, for last season, but just turned it down. Didn't think he had enough or didn't really want to keep going out there.
Kind of surprises me a little bit. I mean, I guess once you hit at a certain age, though, you're kind of done. But then he actually ended up pitching in the Hall of Fame Classic that same, later that day. He didn't pitch too bad, Eric.
He didn't strike anybody out. I mean, just based on effort purposes, and not many people struck out. So he might not have been going 100%. There's no reason to injure your body over this game, I guess, is what we go for. But he pitched 3 innings. That's the most of any other pitcher in the game that played in the Hall of Fame Classic. Obviously, it wasn't an endurance test. It was a game.
Well, I think part of that was he's like the most fresh out of everybody that pitched in that game.
And it was only a 7-inning game. He pitched 3 innings of it, and he only let up 1 run. And that was the only run that his team gave up. But still, he pitched very well. And if he had gone in the 5th inning, he would have gotten the win. But wait a second. How many innings do you need to pitch in a 7-inning game to be qualified for the W? Probably more than 3. But
I'd give him the W.
Give him the W. Why not? He pitched the most.
Here's my question: was that run actually?
You got a single, even though there's no
run, because
that's
as we both know, we were there.
Well, he got a single. I don't remember if that was.
Yeah.
He also singled in the game. I'm not sure if that was a legit single or an error, a Luis Sojo boot of the ball or whatnot.
That was a very questionably scored game, but anyways, moving on.
The run actually was a Willie Bloomquist homer. So obviously that wasn't
all right.
run.
It's legit.
That was legit.
It's legit.
And that was the only home run in the ball game. Speaking of Willie Bloomquist, we will touch on that. We talked to him also in the Hall of Fame Classic. So go to other videos, including interviews with Goose Gossage, Juan Pierre, among a couple others. A special one with the legend himself, Wade Boggs. So go to youtube.com/team1045 to hear the rest of those interviews. And for Mike James, I'm Eric Hammond here on the Sittin Sportside podcast.